Oh my gosh.
I'll take a picture.
All.
Take a picture. Oh my God, here we go.
Take these off so you can become.
Hi, J.MAK.
Oh my God, look how many faces. Woo! Oh, Marsha.
Hello, my darling. How are you?
Hi.
Hi, Tara and Viv and Robin and Susan and Ellen
Oh,
and
there you
Maria
are.
and Sherry
Wow.
and Rosie.
The whole crew.
Hey, as many as
I
we
can't see Stephanie and I can't see Nick.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi.
There's Tony David's here.
Hi,
David, I love your
Vanessa.
backdrop.
Oh my God.
There we go.
Oh my God, S Queen,
God,
Vivian,
Hey.
another Vivian, two Vivian.
Oh, Martin.
Martin's here. Oh my God.
Hey, Sir.J.
Okay, well, get ready for Sir.J. Take us away before I get too excited.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Uh-oh. Well, there's so many more people coming in. This
Oh my God, help us.
we're still admitting.
Poor Rosemary, I like your plates up there, Rosemary.
Thank you. Thanks, John.
Hi, Rosemary.
Come stai, Vanessa?
Oh, Margot's
You.
Oh, Vanessa.
Now this is English only, people. Sorry.
Oh, ça va, hein? Ça
None of
va.
that
June.
fancy stuff here.
I'm in Paris, okay?
Is that English Lives Matter? Is that it? Is that?
Yeah, Martin, please.
Nothing. What are you up to?
Oh, Tracy's here. Oh my God. Look at those pictures. Oh, what's the pooch's name, Trace?
Charlie. I hope he
Happy's
behaves.
here. Oh my God. Happy.
Absolutely.
Tracy,
All right, now, should I calm down now or no?
actually,
Do you know how?
Oh my God, J.Pick. Here, hi, J.Pick.
We
Oh,
wouldn't
look.
know you if you
Hey,
were.
He's
J.MAK.
here, but he's pretending to be his wife.
Did I ever sit on it?
On what?
I know.
Welcome everyone. Hi, Ori.
Oh my God. No way.
Ori's here. Thank God.
Great.
Okay.
Oh my God, the boss is here.
Exactly. You guys gotta behave yourselves.
I got to go. Bonjour.
there we go.
All your friends are here, Ori.
afternoon. My name is Paul. I'm
Yeah,
from
fantastic.
in Toronto.
All right.
So the first time I'm using your
Okay,
website,
wait a second.
I'm trying
Do
to
you
book
remember the
something
next
for a
time I
client.
went?
I've never booked this stuff before.
When I
so
peed on the kitchen, when I peed on the kitchen floor?
What is
What is
this?
I
Is
peed
That's
on the
like
kitchen
on
floor?
this is a child-friendly
I
Zoom?
don't think Paul.
Oh my God.
Just want to mute everybody for a
It was
minute.
at Hoyt
Alright.
Farm.
Oh, all right. Now I have to unmute. 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 Unmute.
Okay.
Here we go.
I think we got excited. Everybody was talking at once,
Okay.
and I think it's all my fault because I started it. And Jeff was probably going crazy thinking, oh my God,
Trying to control.
what's going on here?
Okay, I think we're good.
Okay, great. Hi, Bonnie. She's saying hi. So Jeff, do you want to get us started?
So welcome everybody, JK all the way. So we are joined today by our friends at JK Paris, JK Capri, and JK Roma. So like usual, not too much structure, just gonna keep it fun and light and check in with everybody and see kind of what's the latest at each of the properties. Obviously, a lot of light at the end of the tunnel, still some hurdles to overcome for all of us in terms of traveling over there. So I'm sure we're all kind of curious to hear what the latest is in terms of, you know, what may be possible in terms of when we can get over to Europe and travel again over to that part of the world. So, J.MAK, anything to add there?
I think, first of all, you know, as I said, this is kind of an open forum. We like it to be open. Now, I did get too excited when I see all of your faces and start throwing shouts out there. But, you know, we do like, you know, raise a hand or put your question into the chat feature. We like to answer answer the questions as the call is happening, rather than like following up at the end of the call. We think it's good to be kind of fresh and have interesting content. By the way, Paul, I know you're muted right now. Paul up in Toronto, I believe. And I know that you were asking questions and we heard some of that, but we do like to engage you while things are happening. I hear a lot of background noise. We might have to mute somebody. But I'm not sure who that is, but I keep hearing background noise. I'm sorry. It's distracting me. But, you know, there's been a lot of news at JK. And I think probably you're going to have some questions. And we wanted to kind of get some of those questions answered and kibosh any, you know, kind of stuff that's out there maybe you're unclear about. I know I've talked to some of you about this stuff, but Ori is here for a limited time today. Jeff, do you want to mute everybody else? Because there's background noise that's really problematic. But Ori's here for a short time because he's got to get the kids to the doctor.
No.
So Ori,
No,
do you want
I
to quickly just say something?
Yeah, first I cancel the doctor so I can stay with you.
Yeah.
Poor my kids, they have to go to the doctor, but I thought no, they can go tomorrow. So I'm staying here with you. No, thank you for arranging this this call. I mean, everyone is in the last few months enjoying the webinar, the Zoom, and now it's also our turn. So finally, we can say done it, you know, in our checklist, and hopefully it will be one of the last one, right? Because we really think that very soon we all get vaccinated, we all will get stamped green pass, and finally back back on track and to the new normal life. So hopefully it's really one of the last Zoom call that we will do. But yes, so I'm
appreciate that. And by the way, everyone, Natalie is Ori's beautiful model wife. That even he's hijacked her Zoom because she's probably more popular than he is.
Yeah, I just realized I have. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So, Ori, is there anything that you want to say about the new GMs, about the new direction, about what's going on?
Inside scoop.
Well, it's inside. I mean, I'm really very, very excited that we are moving forward into this new post-COVID hotel direction with two fantastic new ladies managing Capri and Rome, and that's great. And also we have a new, and then lately we're giving really too much cover on Maria and Vanessa, and poor Riccardo. I mean, he's also we should make a right.
Ready for your photo shoot.
Well, it wasn't international.
What happened is that?
Sorry, it wasn't International Men's Day. It was International Women's Day.
Sure.
Yeah, I know, but still, we men, we feel a little bit that we've been kept on the side. We also want our day. And the Italian Paris is actually is brand new because we opened it perfectly on time to the day of the pandemic. So we wanted to make sure that it would be ready for the day of the reopening. So Riccardo is in Paris waiting for you. So we definitely have a fantastic team for the next few years to come. And we also have a lot of exciting news that's not today, but very soon will be shared with all of us, because we are growing, we are developing, we are opening. So it's really a very exciting time. It's a very sad time, but also a time of opportunity on the other hand. So we are very, very excited and very busy, also very busy. But I think it's a very interesting time what we are facing right
I think it's a good time too. I think, we're focusing on what's new. I will say one thing that's really interesting for me about this group, I mean, obviously Ori and I go back, he's a young kid compared to me. I'm an old man. So I remember taking Ori on sales calls, in San Francisco and other places before any of the JKs were open, any of them. And even, now that I see Vanessa, has joined in Capri, and many of you know this beautiful woman from years ago, but Vanessa and I worked together, you know, in my SLH days when she was at Lungarno. That's how old we are. Okay. I mean, we've been around for a long time. And then obviously Maria and I, we worked together at SLH a long time ago. And then she came. Now I know she looks like a gorgeous Italian, but she's actually a gorgeous Greek goddess. And so we worked together at the Posidonian, and she then, you know, came over to work with JK. So we've worked before. And then last but not least, our handsome gentleman, Ricardo in Paris, you know, although he's in France and he does speak French, he's Italian. So, I mean, we're all mixed up here. We got a Greek in Rome, we got an Italian in Capri, we got an Italian in France, and Ori, who knows where he's from originally, but we'll figure that out maybe by the end of the call. But Ricardo and I also worked together. We used to work with Landana in Tuscany, and Ricardo was the hotel manager there. So we all have a history together. As you know, Jeff and I have a long history together. You're probably all sick of us. And then we have a new member of the J.MAK team here today, also joining us, Carrie, just wave. And Carrie and Jeff also have a long history together. They worked together over at the, you know, Pro Travel Leaders Zell Monster when they were there together. So, I mean, it's just kind of a recollection of things. We thought it was a good time once the ladies were officially appointed, you know, in their positions. You know, obviously Ricardo was in his, to wait until all of that happened so that we could chat with you guys for questions. So I promise I'll shut up for now, Jeff.
I think you're doing great. So I guess we'll just take it away a little bit. Ricardo, we've unmuted you, Ricardo, you're allowed to speak now. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going on in Paris?
Well, first of all, I think that I wanted to say thank you to everybody of you that has joined us for this beautiful call. You know, we are all in touch through Facebook, Instagram, but the possibility to see you live, it's absolutely amazing. So I feel delighted to be here with you and live from this beautiful and gorgeous place. So live from JK Place Paris. Well, what's going on in Paris? I mean, we are very much looking forward to reopen our doors. As Ori said at the very beginning, we opened just in time to show this beautiful new house, and then we had to close it down because of the pandemic outbreak. But well, actually, we were discussing last week, and we very much looking forward to open in June, most likely, because now we are entering like a 4 weeks lockdown again. But I'm positive because I believe that this is an opportunity to speed up the process of the vaccine. So soon we're going to be able to welcome you back to Paris, to this beautiful city that actually is missing you a lot.
And I know some of you have already been there. I think Martin was there. Obviously, Jeff was there. I'm not sure who else, but I know that, you know, several were there and were lucky enough to see it before, I think it was before or after ILTM. So, by the way, we've seen all of the JK places. I've been obviously to Capri in Rome. I was the first guest in Rome ever. But sadly, I haven't been to Paris yet. But Ricardo, I promise I'm coming, especially now that the pool is available.
Exactly. I know that. The first things we're going to do is we're going to have a Negroni at the pool, okay? We'll ask Andrea to make your Negroni, and we're going to enjoy by the pool.
Perfect. A few. Anything else you want to add, Ricardo? We'll come back to you, of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I think that then I would love to talk a little bit more about, you know, the design of the hotel, because JK means design. And after I would love to talk about Casa Tua, because I think that it's something that most of you know is in the United States. So I think that it's, you know, food, design, it's all good things for us in Paris.
Yeah.
You join the few people that are here in Miami right now. You can dine at Casa Tua and get a little taste of Paris. So there you go.
Exactly. Correct. Correct.
I'm still partial to Paris. I'm not going to lie. So we'll go to the one JK I haven't been to, but hopefully by the end of the year, we'll work something out. So we'll go over to the ladies in Capri. I've asked to unmute you. So go ahead. You just have to click on your Zoom there. It should allow you to unmute.
There we go. There we go.
Hello, everyone. Here I am. I love seeing so many of you. I don't want to say all of your names because I cannot see the other screen, but I miss you. I love you. I just cannot wait to hug you. You know, I haven't seen some of you in a while. You all look great. I am sitting on the floor today, just so you know. if you see me moving, because I mean, we are not ready yet, but I wanted you to see a little bit of Capri, my new home. So you
Poor
see
Gabriella
Marina.
had to move her head.
What?
Gabriella had to move her head.
Let me see if I show you the Vesuvio. Hold on.
Wow.
I don't think a little bit maybe.
Yeah.
But it's I am very you know, I'm excited to be here. So thanks to Ori and you know, happy to be working with Maria and Ricardo. And thank you, John. I mean, I'm so happy that finally we are together again. You know, as John said, we do go back in my Lungarno days. That's where I met most of you back in those days. So this is my new home. Today with me, I have the magician who makes the rooms available. And this is Gabriella. No, without her, there would be no rooms, no availability. So she does some kind of magic that, you know, the room appears and disappears, and you know, she's very good at that. So I'm happy to have her, you know, precious help with me. The island is stunning. I did close my house in Firenze, as you know. I got a little place up by the Piazzetta. So myself, the dog, the rabbit, you know, the whole animal collection that I have is with me, is adjusting to the island. And you will see them if you come visit me. But I am ready to, you know, start rock and rolling again and open, be all vaccinated and done with this nightmare that I think, you know, in a way brought us closer together. So
sure.
I'm here, you know, the JK Capri. I hope to be opening within the end of April. And hopefully, you know,
By the way, I want to just add something on the magician, because I think it's something important. We've been working together so long, you know, at all the JKs, but, you know, specifically in Capri, you know, a lot of you will panic and you see that, oh my God, 7-night minimum, hogwash, as we say here in the United States. There's always a way. And the magician, as we know, Gabriella, let's say it's a 7-night stay. Well, guess what? I have, you know, Tracy out there in Los Angeles, and I have Robin out there in, wait, is it Pennsylvania or New Jersey? I always forget, Robin. Both. So, you know, we can make, a magician can take, 4 nights from Tracy, 3 nights from Robin. Guess what? Magic, it's 7 nights. So many times we do those kinds of things. You know, although JK Capri is tiny, you know, it's only 22 rooms. We keep begging Ori to build, you know, more, but it's on the hill. You know, we got to dig down to build more. But just keep that in mind. Gabriella is a magician. She makes these things happen. And don't think that you can't get in, because you can, you know, especially now.
Yeah, always reach out to us or to John. You know, if you do not see availability, you know, things are changing. I said, you know, we are flexible. We have modified slightly few things, and you know, we have great towels. You know, we can have some guests sleep on the beach if they want. You know, is an additional way of another experience of Capri. No, but jokes apart, we are, you know, we have reviewed you know, few of our procedure, and I just cannot wait to welcome the first guests as soon as we are able to open.
And so for Capri, we'll go to Rome right after this, but for Capri, for example, you don't have the same kind of red zone restrictions right now, right? Like that they have in some of the cities.
We are in the red zone right now, yes.
So
wow.
Okay, interesting.
In the blue island and with the red zone, you know, we do our own colors here in Capri, but
purple.
Blue and red makes purple.
Purple, yep.
Exactly.
Okay, and well, thank you, ladies. We'll head over to Roma. And there we go.
Ciao, kalispera, kalimera. Hi. No, sorry, guys. I have been replying to all of you, but I just realized I was sending a message directly to Amy. So, Amy, sorry about that. I was replying to all the messages with all the kalimeras. Ciao, buongiorno. I'm here with Tiziana.
Hello.
She's a reservation. Exactly, my magician here.
We call it J.MAK.
J.MAK. J.MAK, J.Magic. Yes, I'm very excited to be here. I've always loved. Well, thank you, John. John has been the one who brought me in contact with the company in the first place. So I entered the team from Capri this summer under those particular circumstances, and now I found myself at my favorite hotel in Rome. So I'm very happy to be here and very fortunate, I must say, because this past year, when most hotels have been in great difficulty, I had the chance to work a little bit with the team in Capri, and now I'm here that in Rome, October and November and half of December were busy. The same for January, February until last week that we had to close. So I have been lucky enough to be operating within these properties while they were in action. So now we're closed just for a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, yes, and we're reopening on the 6th of April. And I have to say that it has been a great opportunity this year and these past months to investigate the alternative markets, because the JKs have been mostly working with the US. Now we had some locals, we had some Europeans, and we tried to manage. Of course, the loss is huge and immense without the US market for us. But it has been an opportunity to see and monitor this very strange situation that things are changing every week. So from yellow zone, we go to orange zone, from orange to red. And so whatever we organize, we need to cancel and maybe reorganize. And but it's great. At Rome, it has been lately the last months in Europe, let's say, a city under the yellow zone for a long time, that we had the museums open, the restaurants open until 6, the shops open, and so the hotels open. So we managed to have some life here, which has been great. So looking forward, of course, to taking the opportunity and bond even through Zoom with all of you that we do not get the chance to see for real anymore since a year. And at least we have this way to communicate, which is lovely. And we cannot wait to go back to normal interactions, to be open, to receive our guests again, and to go over this low occupancy that we're running lately.
While we have you, Maria, there's a question coming from one of my personal favorites, Rachel Brown, just asking, and I think we'll mimic this question for each one of you, but have there been any changes, on the property physically that relate to COVID? Like, are there things that you've done on property that have made specific changes that you'd want to share?
Well, I've always said and then realized also with the first hotel I was in from Capri that the 5-star hotels always have the protocols and everything we use here are almost the same, like for COVID, because there are procedures that housekeeping now, of course. We do take the temperature at the door. We do register everybody who comes in who is not a guest. We have the sanitizers all over the place. We use the masks, and sorry about that, but it wouldn't be possible to see you otherwise. We have been very strict, and the guests also, the distances. We have changed the distances at the tables at the restaurant, for example. So there are restrictions that we respect, and people feel comfortable in the hotel. So for example, you cannot dine at the table with somebody else next to you at the moment.
One more question is from Rachel again, and again, we can have you guys answer this, Ricardo and Vanessa, afterwards, but will breakfast credit be able to be used in the dining room for oh, look, we already have a yes. So yes, is that right?
Yes, in the dining room, you can have it. We have the distance between the tables. That's what just Maria explained.
And by the way, I'm going to chime in here.
Or
keep in
otherwise
mind.
they can have it in the room with no extra charge.
But
Great.
we don't
say
have
to-
buffet breakfast anymore, John. It's only a la
Right.
carte.
Right.
So those
Got
things
it.
change in automatically. Also, for example, a change that we did for the Sunday brunch that the hotel was hosting before. Now we are doing we are doing regional Sunday lunches, which is an a la carte, different region of Italy every Sunday on the table, which is a la carte, and it's not buffet anymore.
Okay. And Jeff, do you want to unmute Vanessa and also Ricardo so we can add them in? But one more question from my girlfriend, Erica Neher. What about the fitness room or gym? Now, in Rome, you're not done with the fitness center, are you?
No, we do not. We're not done with the fitness center. And instead, we are doing, other than suggesting a run at Villa Borghese, now we're going to organize picnics at Villa Borghese. We are starting through at April to do archeo running. That is running and sightseeing. So we have 3 particular routes that we are going to offer to our guests to go running at 7:30 in the morning for 1 hour and 45 minutes. No, with somebody who is going to be to do a sightseeing.
I can run that long to get something to eat, but I can't run that long. But
They're gonna be private, so they're gonna be tailor-made. They're gonna be made
too long. I need 40 minutes, like 4 to 5 minutes of running. Now, Vanessa and Ricardo, since you both do have fitness centers, what about there? Can you tell us there?
Vanessa, go ahead.
Shall I go?
Yes.
I go, okay. So in Capri, well, nothing changed in the gym. It's just the number of people that can go at once.
Right.
You know, we would limit that to 2. Same for the breakfast. Nothing has changed, you know, because we are so small. It's a home feel. You know, even pre-COVID, if somebody wanted to do breakfast in the room, we are flexible that way. So no changes, you know. I think none of the hotels wanted to become hospitals, except from the fact that we do have to take the temperature. Nothing changes, you know, we have plenty of space here. If somebody's not well, we can just push them in the water. Nobody will see them, you know, and make it all go away.
Now, Ricardo can't push them into the sea, but you can push them into the river or the pool, right, Ricardo?
Exactly, but in Paris, talking to the gym, we came up with a nice solution. We have actually 2 rooms in Paris, and we came up with 2 different gyms so that we can allow our guests to go and have their workout in total safety and you know, privatize the gym. So I think this is very important, and we came up with this beautiful solution.
I think one other thing to remember, everybody, is keep in mind, you know, Capri is the baby. It's only 22 rooms, right? Rome is the big mama with 30 rooms. Ricardo
27.
Oh, 27 now?
We're going to do another 2. We're going to do another 2.
Oh,
Ricardo is the biggest.
20,
Yeah. You
29.
know, well, that they were supposed to be 30. They are actually 27, and we are going to increase.
So Ricardo's the big boy then.
News here.
Ricardo's the big boy.
I'm the bigger one.
But I think that's important to remember, right? These are teeny, tiny, beautiful places. So they, like Maria said earlier, I think they were already really doing this kind of thing. You never saw the mass quantities of people. As a matter of fact, when I was in Capri years ago, I was swimming in the pool. I mean, the pool is, I'm a pool guy, so I love the pool. And remember, it might be the smallest hotel on the island, but it's the biggest pool on the island, one of the biggest.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
Swimming, there was nobody there, you know, maybe with 22 rooms, you have maybe 10 arrivals or 10 departures on one day. And I was up by the pool and we saw maybe 5 people total, you know, and one of them happened to be the daughter of a travel agent that was swimming in the pool with me. I mean, it was Ann Bass's daughter. It's hilarious. Anyway. That's
no, you meet everybody in Capri. You meet everybody.
Well, I gave them my business card in the pool. Jeffy, we have any more questions? I think Maria answered the question about the yoga in Villa Borghese. Ori, anything you want to add? Do we have any other questions, guys?
We have the bicycles.
Oh,
We have the bike. Okay, Tiziana reminded me just now that we have the e-bikes. So another experience we are offering now.
We can include the rides or the exclusive of the e-bikes for the JK Master and the JK Master suites. So they will be at their complete disposal during their stay.
Now you get a helmet, right? Helmet? You wear a helmet at all times.
And a lock, and a lock.
And a lock.
Do you get any exercise on those bikes or they do it for you?
Depends how you use them.
Let's see. Has there been any talk from Nanette that Italy and France will have opened to anyone with a COVID vaccination? Does anybody know the answer to that?
Would be open to anyone with a COVID vaccine? No, I don't know.
Well, we don't have the answer yet.
Oh, Ori,
yes.
Ori's chiming in.
Yeah.
Let's let Ori chat.
No, this week on last week on the 17th of March, there was finally a sort of approval from the European community to make sure that everyone who got vaccinated or had the antibodies is able to have free traveling in Europe. They're still trying to figure out the best way to have all the different countries agree how to do it. They are working on a software, on a technology to have on your phone. So if you have this green pass on your mobile phone, then you'll be allowed to travel within Europe with no, like we used to, so free to move from one country to the other. It's still not official, but they are working on this, and it seems like probably by June it will be official. But it's something very new that we are all looking forward to, because it will really give the possibility to have a great summer in front of us. So it seems like that will be the direction.
And as you know, Greece has opened up for May. So that's promising news that, if Greece is doing it, possibly we're going to see more opening up soon. So don't run back to Greece, Maria.
Just chimed in to say, though, for now, it doesn't include U.S. citizens. So that's something that hopefully...
For Greece?
For the EU right now, like what we're talking about. So hopefully we'll get to that point where U.S. is included.
Well, the good news is we're leading now with vaccinations. I mean, the U.S. is in pretty good shape for vaccinations. So we're hoping that maybe the news from that is going to... Oh, I just saw a seagull fly by, Vanessa.
I know. I saw something moving behind me.
But, I think that we're headed in the right direction. As Ori said, I think this is good news. We've all learned a lot more. I think we've learned more about our customers, whether it be, our clients on the consumer, on the agency side or the hotel side. And then for you guys, both the advisors and the hotels on the consumer side, we're learning so much about people and their travel, who wants to go, who feels comfortable going. My crazy parents, they booked Puerto Rico yesterday. They're nuts. They think now that they got vaccinated, they can go anywhere. God help me. But, I think we're seeing movement, which is really the key. And just to give all of you guys in Europe right now, some, good news is, and the advisors, all of them can tell you this, is, the movement in the US is just, it's madness. We can't keep up. We're busier than we've ever been. Our American collection has grown immensely, and we all know the Americans are the biggest pains in the butts in the world, especially for our side. Don't tell our US hotels that. Hopefully they're not on this call.
I was going to say, hopefully not on this, yeah.
But we've really seen this kind of, cross-selling where, maybe we have the Cliff House in Maine now, and they're full, and we shift it to Chatham Bars Inn, and Chatham Bars Inn is full, and we shift it to Troutbeck, and Troutbeck's full, and it goes to the Harbor View in Martha's Vineyard, or they're going down to the Inn at Perry Cabin. So the fact that we are still in touch with you guys on such a regular basis on the advisor side, whether they're going to Miami or Los Angeles, they're moving everywhere. We know that soon as these things become more concrete about how they can and will travel, they're coming for you. or you're going to have to build more hotels because they're going to be dying to go.
Yes, for sure. Absolutely.
Let's see. Viv said
about the restaurant. I mean, we are happy to send to send, you know, through you, John, or to you, Rachel, the list of restaurants that might have closed and not reopened, which in Capri probably all of them are reopening. But just in general, because we got that question last week from an agent, the restaurant on the island are pretty much waiting to hear from us, as well as the boutique. So once the hotel open, that would be the case that the whole island will be open. It wouldn't make sense that the hotel open and everything else is shut down, but we'll be happy to send you a list with any changes that there have been, at least for Capri.
And Vivian De Leon, I mean, I am married to a physician, but I don't know if I know the answer to this, you know, with respect to the CDC or the WHO cards. Jeff, I'm sorry, were you talking?
No. Oh, for some reason, I don't know. Our friends in Rome are getting some echo. I think it's because they're in that big, nice, grand room there. So anyway.
I'm not really aware of that, Viv, and I think, you know, you're probably going to get the best intel from either, you know, Val or, you know, the networks, whether it be, you know, Virtuoso or, you know, Signature, you know, American Express and so on. I imagine those guys are going to have more info on that sort of thing. I would love to see if, you know, for the people that I can see, who has been vaccinated? You mind raising your hand? And I have. Wow, Nick has. Marsha. So it's good to see that it's happening. You know, I get my second one on April 5th. Any other questions? Oh, we have a new message.
Not yet, soon here in Vegas.
Oh, Pizzeria Aura. They love Pizzeria Aura, Vanessa and Gabriella.
It's the best restaurant in Capri. No wonder.
There was a question for Maria. Could you organize yoga at the Villa Borghese?
Yeah, I replied. Yes, yes.
You did it on a text.
Yeah, and I took advantage of Capri, and just before we closed down on the occasion of the celebration of Women's Day, I had the spa manager of Capri, and I had a pop-up of the spa of Capri here in one of our suites because I don't have a spa. So it worked actually a lot. It was great. And thank you, Capri, for providing this experience to Rome.
By the way, Rachel has another question. She's full of them. I love it. Housekeeping, is it continuing to be daily or with nightly turn down, or is it on request?
No, everything is properly done every day. We cannot give less on our service. We have to, we manage our costs. We do manage the shifts like on an hourly basis because it's a big effort, but we do not take anything out of the 5-star experience.
And of course, if they want less, they can have less. They just have to ask.
Exactly. Unless we ask when they arrive, we will ask your guests. If they do not want us in the room, we won't go in the room.
Yeah.
You know, so their preference. It's a home feel, so whatever it's.
Yeah, but they do. I mean, we haven't had.
Mostly they do.
Yes, they do. They actually do. And also in Capri,
we keep the mask, but they mostly want you to escort to the room and explain. And it's like a guest that you hosting. So yes, mostly they do. Great. They never say no. Otherwise, they won't travel. They won't come at all at the hotel if they are kind of people they don't feel comfortable with that.
I also wanted to add, just for all of you out there, Carrie, give us the wave just so they see who you are. Carrie is now on Team J.MAK, and she's going to be doing a lot more of the kind of PR, social media, marketing with us. So we celebrated Carrie on International Women's Day as well. We needed a woman to help kind of reel us in. But the nice thing is, you know, we're doing more Instagram lives. So we were telling the hoteliers this earlier. So for those of you that like the Instagram lives, we're moving to that platform too. It doesn't mean that the Zooms are going to go away. but the Instagram lives are more informative. As a matter of fact, on April 8th, there'll be one coming up, and you'll see a surprise guest show up on a ferry to one of our hotels. Now, Gabriella, I'm sorry, and Vanessa, it won't be your ferry that this ferry's coming on, but it's another hotel that I can get to right now. So you will see, actually this Wednesday, I'm going out on another ferry. I tried to go visit Martin, but he knew I was coming, so he moved back to Manhattan, so I wouldn't come see him. But I'm going out to like the Hamptons, and we have a hotel out there. I'm going to be showing up in everyone's driveway unannounced, Martin, expecting snacks and drinks. And so,
anytime.
Yeah, I want to chime in that when you're talking about the Zooms versus Instagram Lives, these Zooms now we're also saving on our new J.MAK YouTube page, so people can tune back in or watch again on our YouTube page.
Right. So Nick, if you want to see how cool you look, you can watch it again.
And actually, that's the nice part about Instagram Live too, is it's saved content. So if you aren't able to join in live, you always have, the option to take a look at any point via our Instagram.
And what we're trying to do on those are give a tour, an aspect of the property, and to really bring you there. So tune into those; they're fun.
Great, thank you so much, Carrie. I think other than that, unless you guys, do any of you, Maria, Vanessa, Ricardo, Ori, have anything else you want to add? We don't keep these calls at we say it's an hour, but this is a loose time. We know that you guys are busy doing other things. We're busy doing other things. We're not going to hold you to an hour and keep you hostage, for an hour. I used to panic in the beginning, and Jeff would be like, calm down, John. It's okay if we end the call a few minutes early.
We'll pull out the
Well, John, I think it's worth it to say that in Paris, we have the first Casa Tua, Casa Tua restaurant that it's, they have two beautiful outposts in Miami, in South Beach and in Aspen. And this is the first out of the United States. And, this is, to me, worth it to highlight it because we have a wonderful restaurant that since the very beginning has had a fantastic success. So I invite you all. I think that a few of you has already experienced it. So I'm very much looking forward to welcome you to our beautiful restaurant together with our chef, Michele Fortunato, and our F&B director, Andrea, that most of you knows, to spoil you and to make you feel at home.
And by the way, I want to also add, thanks to, where'd she go? There she is, Vivian. Not Vivian De Leon, the other Vivian. I am coming around in this crazy mobile. So, you'll see me at some point. But I was lucky enough last week to see Vivian, basically chasing me down on the highway after I was leaving my location. So I am trying to come out and see as many of you as I can. Robin, I know I'm coming soon. Susan knows I've already been there in the ice out at her house. And it's fun, it's a good way to connect with you guys. Look, that's what I gave Vivian when I saw her. But, and I bring spa gifts, I bring treats and snacks, Martin. See, I bring snacks too. And it's been really special, and I think like everybody was saying, it's a good time to reinvent ourselves. And it's not just us. I think the advisors have reinvented themselves as well. You've had to be more creative. You've had to shift your clients in a different direction. And I think that makes you even more knowledgeable than you were before. I mean, you guys have done things probably, who the hell thought you're sending everybody to Capri and Paris and Rome, and now you're sending them to, Ohio there's nothing wrong with Ohio, Ellen. I've been there. But the point is, it's a good time, I think, like we all said, to really be closer to your client. And I think we know that we have to do that more now than ever in order to keep them happy, in order to keep them safe. And I think things like this, knowing that Vanessa from her old, days, or Maria, or Ricardo like we do, there's something really comforting about that. And I know Ori, part of the reason that, he's selected these wonderful people is because they have this great history with all of us. And I think that's something to really celebrate as we get through this mess and come out of it together. We're going to get out of it. It's just, who knows what the new world's going to be like. Right, Martin?
No, absolutely. And you can send me the snacks as long as you don't show up.
I will. I'll have Ricardo send them from Casa Tua.
Correct. With pleasure.
We have some new additions. I'm headed out to, they're not as glamorous at JK Place. Not everybody can be JK Place, but they can try, right? But I'm headed up to, on Monday, I'm headed out to the lake house again. I was actually supposed to get my shot out in Syracuse. And I thought, oh, well, I'll go to Syracuse. It's only an hour from the lake house, so I can go stay at my hotel the night before. But I ended up getting a shot. My mom got me one closer, faster. And so I said, screw it. I'm not canceling the rest. I mean, they comped me. I'm going. So I'm going to go to the lake house out on Monday with my husband, and Kanan's coming with us. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm going out to the Hero in I'll be singing that song. Martin, did you ever know that you're my hero? I might sing it for you, Martin. To the Hero Hotel out in Montauk. And then I'm
You got to
headed
get
up
that on social media, John.
I'm going to head up to
I'm going to be
Martha's
counting on that
Vineyard.
video.
Because I haven't been to the Harbor View in Martha's Vineyard, but Jeff actually has.
Yep.
So, we've been to all of the hotels collectively. So Jeff was just down in Austin. You probably saw that. He's at Nobu, Miami every day. We all know he's been to Casa Tua in Miami because we saw him post it on Instagram and Facebook. So, we're trying to keep you guys informed on where we're going, what we're doing, and what's new.
There's a lot of you who, like me, have become snowbirds. So if you're hiding down in South Florida and you want to get together, let me know. Shoot me an email. I don't have the fancy Mac mobile, but I'll either Uber to you. I can city bike. I could even rent a car to come see you. So.
Or you could get an e-bike like they have in Rome.
Oh yeah. Well, Vespas are really big on Miami Beach, so it could be an option.
And I was just up at the Cliff House, which is new for us up in Maine. So, until you guys can get back to the JK Places and get your clients back there, I'm encouraging, by the way, one of the new things that I'm really encouraging, and it's not that you haven't done this before, but I'm telling, and the GMs are going to get mad at me a little bit, but maybe Ori will be happy. I think, less of the hotels coming to see you and more of the hotels having you come to see them. I think the more we can get the advisors out to the hotels, I mean, you guys are the ones that are selling it. We're just schmoes pushing brochures around. You guys are physically selling to the consumer. So we think it's critical that the advisor get to these places. So that's part of the push that Jeff and I have, as we return to normal and as the hotels are still have availability, because we all know the JKs are going to be full. You better get it while it's hot.
Yeah.
Go as soon as you can before the madness returns to these hotels. But that's really, I think, what it's about, is getting you, the advisor, to these places. Sorry.
And doing it on time when it works, and between you and the hotel. I think it's a nice way to experience a property. You can do it with a partner, a friend, whatever. I think it's a nicer way than a super structured fam, which
I agree. I mean, who wants to go on those giant fams?
Yes.
Not me.
And to answer your question, no fams in the works. We'll send you on your own.
Yeah, or bring a friend, or for those of you that are single, maybe you make a friend while you're there.
Those of you that know me, you can stay in my house in case I have no room before she kills me, but I have a spare bedroom in my home. Just in case.
I'll dog sit while you're working.
Does that include breakfast, and is it commissionable?
Of course. Gabriella handles the commission of my own house. She handles that on the side.
Yeah. Well, thank you all. Unless there are any, here's a big one from Rosie. Now, is JK Place in Florence still a JK? I am seeing they are now calling it the Place. Ori, I see, has turned his mute off. So Ori, take it away.
I don't know, which hotel did you, I didn't understand.
I don't know, they said some place. I don't know.
I don't know. Definitely is a very creative name.
So Ori, I will tell them, you know, when you built JK Place in Florence many, many, many years ago, how many years ago?
Yeah. Well, 20,
yeah.
19.
So right after Ori built JK Place, didn't you sell it shortly thereafter, Ori?
Yes, it's true. Yeah. We had this opportunity, so we sold it, but we had also a chance to continue managing and give the identity, the concept. So we started there, and then a few years after we opened Capri, Rome, Paris. We are continue growing, but then of course they decided that now after 18 years to to change their approach, and instead of being together with that, they want to be independent and find their own way to tell their story. To I don't know what else exactly to say. It's definitely very.
I think what people didn't really know is the fact. Now I knew this because Ori was just a pup, and I was selling JK Place in Florence before it even opened. When I was with SLH, it was part of a small luxury hotels of the world at the time. So I was training Ori how to do sales calls in, what was that, 1859, Ori? I think Martin had just gotten into the industry. And
I had very long hair. No, not even that. No,
not even then. Not even then.
No, not even that. I know.
But the truth of the matter is it had new owners, the same owners as it does now, and they had a marketing agreement, and they chose to want to do their own thing, and that's okay. Now, of course, we stayed with Ori. Ori hired me initially, many years ago. He said, if you ever leave JK Place, I promise you, I'm sorry, if you ever leave SLH, he said, I'm going to hire you. And I promise you, it's not going to be SLH anymore. So he was a man of his word. He did build a new hotel in Capri, and then he built, and by the way, did all of you know that JK Place in Capri was opened by a lady GM? So we're bringing Vanessa back to hold the torch that a woman opened JK Place in Capri, not a man. Sorry, Stamparica, it wasn't you, but it was a lady GM. So I get around the block, ladies and gents. Yeah. And I think it's good to talk about these things because there definitely was some confusion out there. And of course, we all love Claudio. They're going to be fine. The good news is we have Imago based in Rome. They can sell all of Italy. So, anything that you want in Italy, it's just one quick email, not a phone call, ladies and gentlemen. Send me an email and we'll connect you to Imago in Rome, and they can basically book anything, including JK Place and everything else. So there are ways around this, and it's good. Rosie, I'm so glad you did that and opened up the can of worms, because I knew there was an elephant hanging around. I think that's it. Yeah, still a hard concept to grasp. Nick says, yeah. Well, Nick, we're all in therapy. It helps.
John, the bottom line is that we're focusing on building.
Oh, wait, sorry, Ricardo?
Sorry, I was saying that the bottom line is that we're focusing on the future, not in the past.
Exactly, right. So forward, and we
go. JK.
Yeah, JK all the way. That's the name of this call.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anybody
and there's
else?
going to be expansion, right?
Yes, I keep telling Ori, I want JKNY, JK London, JK Jerusalem. Where else?
He's working on it. He's working on it, John.
Now, back to snacks. Now, Rachel is really, we forgot about this. She is curious about the snacks on the tables for cocktails, and not the ones at your house, Martin, the ones at JK Place. Are they still snacks available on the tables?
Yes, they are.
Oh, great. So how do you manage that with COVID? I mean, what if I'm eating the snacks and then Sir.J steals the bowl from me? Or, we all know the travel advisors love snacks.
There are the little spoons that you can take them from the bowl that are of one use, right? And then we throw the ball away.
And John, health and safety. Health and safety is our paramount. It's our paramount concern for our staff and for our guests. So I think that it's needless to say that they're going to be taken care of.
Rachel, if you are listening, the snacks are really. I mean, it is a highlight for me, as we know. I love snacks. Martin knows this all too well. But the snacks were always there with JK, and I think it's something that really made them stand out. They didn't nickel and dime you if you wanted a glass of wine or if you wanted, a bowl of olives. They just brought them. So, if the guest is uncomfortable with the snack that's laying out on the table, Maria or Vanessa or Ricardo, they're going to bring you your own snacks. I mean, they'll even send them to Martin. So it's something that, is a simple and easy fix. And it's something that all guests would get regardless of JK. What is the JK amenity at each hotel? Okay, so do you want to answer the Virtuoso amenity first? That's because Rachel is a Virtuoso agency. Do you guys want to answer your JK amenity, Virtuoso amenity?
The Virtuoso, 75 euros of spa credit and fresh fruit and white wine in room upon arrival. And then we have early check-in and upgrade upon
The
availability.
usual,
yes, yeah.
And Maria,
And the
We have an upgrade upon availability, one complimentary lunch or dinner, maximum 3 courses excluding beverages, once during the stay per room for 2 people.
Great. And Ricardo?
In Paris, we are not Virtuoso yet, but we have the J.MAK amenities, and we're always happy to extend that are most likely the same in Capri. And we have on top of that the Casa Tour actually welcome drink that I invite you to discover because it's pretty interesting. I know you like snacks and drinks, John. So
and here's another question. As you know, Travel Edge has recently departed, I will say, from Virtuoso, and the agents are asking, will you extend the Virtuoso amenities? I'm going to answer this first because what we've done all along is obviously we love all the networks. We are friends with Ensemble, we are friends with American Express, we are friends with Virtuoso. We are the United Nations here at J.MAK. So I know, those of you that are Virtuoso love them and you're very proud of that, but there are other people that are not part of that network. And what we've tried to do is be creative where, it's not a Virtuoso amenity, but the J.MAK amenity, and it depends. For example, at Chatham Bars Inn, they're part of everything. Signature, Ensemble, American Express, Virtuoso, all of them, okay? So you get your own amenity with every network that you're with. And then on top of that, you get the J.MAK amenity, which is actually really robust at Chatham Bars. It's an additional $100 credit. Now, I'm not saying that the JKs have to do that for me, even though we would love it. They're very small. They can't necessarily do that, but there's always some kind of extra and there's always a way. So Anya, if you're listening, we're going to find a way to help you no matter where and no matter what. That's our job as ambassadors in this business. The reason why our name, yes, we're J.MAK, we're Sir.J, but hospitality, again, I've said this a million times, it's about making people feel good. And that's not just the guest that arrives. We know they're going to feel good when they arrive at JK Place. We want to make them feel good and make you feel good before they arrive. So let's, find ways to solve these problems. Susan Quillen knows she had a little problem at one of our hotels. And you know what? We don't mess around. We made it right. We find a way to fix things. That's our job. So don't ever keep things in. Come to us, talk to us. We might not want to talk about exactly what we're going to do on a Zoom call, but if you email me, we're going to help make things right. That's what we're here for. So I hope that answers your question. And Susan agrees, even though we muted her, she is screaming on the message that we absolutely did. Yay. And she's my neighbor, so I can't screw that one up. Jeff, oh my God, it's 1 o'clock, help.
Uh-oh. All right, anything else?
Cut them off.
I think that was good.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah.
Christina, did we answer your question? I saw Christina's up there. We did? She's nodding. Okay.
Class
I mean, Christina's house looks like a JK place. Look how beautiful it is. Oh, gotta go. Vin's ditching us. Okay, kids. We love you all. We'll see.
Thank you so much, John. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Showing up in the driveway.
Bye, everybody.
Love
Thank
you.
you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.